used to be, I mean, I guess it still is, but it's not represented. It's one of the best parts of this game. Like other fighting games, you can't like just do swag stuff by yourself, but this game you can just break it down on a stage, coming up with all this crazy stuff.
Nun's got one more chance.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. This is it.
Ice 2.0? Ice 2.0?
We held
Please
it.
run off stage. Ice 2.0!
Oh, shit.
Oh, is that it?
This is...
Nun started off super hot.
Conveyor belt!
I love that.
He conveyor belt shined him. He took him to TSA.
Yeah.
He said, get in line. Blick, blick, blick. Next.
Yo, he said if you get on the slide, you definitely got to take off your shoes. Remove your laptop.
Oh my
You God.
But we were getting super hyped. We were watching it. It was like, oh my god, this is so amazing. Pure Battle was like, why do you guys watch this? Why do you care about this? Like, there's no money on the line. This is like not tournament. We're like, because we love Melee.
We love Melee, dude. It's like, don't you love your game enough to the point where...
That was a big moment for me, where I was like,
you realize
I don't think other games are like this.
they don't love. No one loves their game like we love Melee, and I can say that confidently.
We're here in NorCal for a 300 plus entrant tournament
Tourney got big out of nowhere.
in this teeny tiny venue.
Hey, you know, I love that we're grassroots and we can still pack 300 people into this little venue and just be happy because we're playing Melee.
Exactly. What?
Melee is it's actually super respected. Being here, you know, when like finals is happening, there's a certain energy that you don't get being, you know, a stream monster. Something about Melee, like people lose it at the like people make noises you never like when someone's doing something, everyone loses it. Like and you have to be here to feel it. And then, you know how Hiko, if you guys know a CS player Hiko, he came to Big House, and I thought the Big House venue was amazing.
I thought it was sick.
He's like, what is this crap? You guys he's like, this venue sucks, and he just kept talking smack. So don't show him the venue. Cause like I said in my little Mango documentary, it's like Melee, you're trying to be as perfect as you can, but it's impossible. It's impossible to play this game perfectly.
That's why it's good.
And that's why it's amazing. So 90% of the game, and that is no exaggeration, 90% of Melee is played up here. And if you worked on your mental game, you would be a million times better. Then I think you could be better than Gatsu. Because that's all Melee is. And if your mental game's so weak, then you just never succeed. You hit a wall, and then it's as far as your tech or whatever can take you. And then the rest is mental. So if you worked on your mental, I actually believe in you. But it's the hardest thing to work on in Melee. Everyone can do this. Because, like, a big part of competitive nature and playing someone else, at least for me, and I used to have this problem when I was like 17, 18, you have to accept that sometimes you get got by the other guy. Sometimes the guy's better than you. And that stock, in that instance, in that moment, in that little moment of play, he's better than you. Every new stock is a whole new world. It's kind of like Counter-Strike, where every new round, even if you haven't got a kill in 8 rounds, it's a whole new round. It's a whole new world of potential. So, like, Melee's the same thing. Like, yeah, you SD'd or you got Shine Spike, but it's a whole new stock. You don't know what's going to happen. And if you let that stock affect you, then all of a sudden this stock is being affected by this stock for no reason. When this stock should be its own person and thing and should not be bothered by this stock.
I'll do, like, up air and fast fall, like, the next frame so that I can hit them just barely, but they can't hit me. And if somehow the up air misses, I get a double jump in air and stuff like that. I did that at MLG. I just trained and trained and trained, like, up 3 hours a day for, like, 2 weeks.
Everyone makes a joke that to be good, you have to, like, sit in your basement for hours on end, over and over again, until you finally have an understanding for the game. No one actually does it, except for Music King.
Try to be as perfect as possible, and if there's some area that's not perfect, it's like, how can I make this a little better?
On get-up attacks, on moves being thrown out, distances on wave dashes and wave lands.
I spent like 2,000 hours on that shit, just double-checking and triple-checking just to make sure it was as absolutely accurate as I could possibly get it. I'm like proof that a nobody can become #1.
Okay, alright, got some decent damage.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
Oh, is that it?
That is it.
That is it. Mewtwo King wins. That's it. Look at it.
He actually can't believe it.
He can't believe it. He said I won. Mewtwo King. Oh my god.
Wow.
This is the best pop-up I've ever seen.
The best pop-up.
That's the best pop-up. He doesn't even believe it. It's
Everyone's yelling. It's so hype. Come on, man. Go! Man, go! Man, go! Man, go!
fantastic
like that,
conversion.
but 40%,
Sock.
40% is when Fox, can't just do crash cancel against Sheik. So this is
Sock
really
game
good.
5. Mango fans are sitting on the edge of their seat right now.
I think so are Plup fans. Okay, Scar. The
Make sure
short.
everybody tournament winner. Well, I've seen so many of those.
He's got to go high.
Oh, this is when he turns it on. He's turning it on.
Oh!
Oh my God!
Holy
There's
crap!
no
What was
way.
possible?
But it
And
works.
now Mango barely surviving through Leffen's invincibility. Gets hit one time against a crouch cancel. He gets a knockdown. Another knockdown.
Mango's
Living.
still alive. Oh my goodness! And this, what's he gonna do? Oh, he sends him the wrong
That's it.
way.
Whoa, the up B was so smart. Shine out his shield.
Oh!
Leffen DIs horribly.
Oh, and this is
Oh my God! That comeback, okay, the crowd is going nuts, and that is because everyone in the room knew that Leffen had the momentum, he had the positioning, he had the percent, he had everything in that set, and Mango stole it back.
Most of my conscious life, I've been playing Smash. Like, it's this cliche statement, but it's more than a game. Like, it's literally part of my life. Most of my close friends, most of my best friends I've made through Smash. It brings people together that otherwise would not have been brought together. Like,
a lot of people want, Nintendo to acknowledge our existence. If they pump some money into our competitive scene, it would be fantastic, a lot of people feel like. I certainly feel that way as well, but, in that same sense, we're kind of weird as a game. We took Smash, this party game, and we made it our own. I think we are kind of maniacs in that sense. We have this sort of fervor for the game. We go from event to event. These are our churches, basically. There's no praying, except if, you hope your DI's on point. Nintendo won't give us support, we'll put in the legwork. We can do it ourselves. We're still playing this game 12 years after its release. There's another game in between there. That game we weren't happy with. So some people in that community said, why not mod it to make it more like the game we love so much? I think all that does kind of borders on lunacy, but I think, in this case, our love for the game being described as maniacs, not a bad thing at all. I take it as a compliment.